I think last time I saw you, I know you see a lot of folks, but I think it was a Bahama Breeze in Cordova.
That's right, Mike.
Yeah, and they were throwing me out because my credit card didn't go through.
No.
The last words that you said were, "I've never seen him before in my life."
Make him wash the dishes.
But it's good to see it. Today, man, you hear about the Consortium, Consortium MMT.
Right.
And in a nutshell, tell everybody what that's all about.
Well, I will, but let me just say the first thing is it's so much energy when I listen to you guys. I get so pumped I have to try to calm myself down. So
Okay, that's good.
Okay, the Consortium MMT is an organization that have recently formed to really help young talents who have skills in songwriting, record producing, and recording artists. And what we've done is we've formed an organization that deals with high-quality, seasoned professionals who've had major success in the record industry, giving information and insight in those various disciplines. Young people will come. It's no charge to them. They will apply for the program online. We will give them the opportunity to go through a 6-week vetting process where we give them all the insights about how we did it and the way we did it.
Okay.
And they can incorporate that with their natural gifts and skills to elevate them from where they are. And the goal is to do it in such a way that we re-energize soul music as an industry in America, not just Memphis, but in America.
Okay.
But this is the best place to start.
This is the foundation.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the foundation for it, and that's why every artist that I've talked to about getting involved with this, from Steve Jordan, who produces John Mayer and works with Beyonce and so many great artists. They're in New York and want to come to Memphis to be involved with this program. Ray Parker in L.A. want to be involved in this program.
So Ray Parker's a part of it.
Oh, yeah. Ray Parker Jr. is a part of this.
Man.
And Maurice White, Earth, Wind & Fire is a part of this.
Man,
Maurice, we have insight from Maurice White, which Maurice is dealing with some health issues. We've written a booklet that he gives all of his insight about how Earth, Wind & Fire use tactics to do their creative process. And we're going to share this information with young talents, and hopefully they'll use that to better themselves and have meaningful careers.
How young, Dad? Because I'm just concerned about some of my guitar licks. I'm a little rusty.
Man,
You said Ray
he
Parker
got about
Jr.
3 licks on his guitar. That's it.
I was a big fan of Ray Parker Jr.'s guitar player before he started singing all over the place.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's unbelievable. And he's going to share all that in producing, in the producing segment that we'll have.
You know, there's so much talent in Memphis, and I think that's a lot of the time the conversation within the musician circles. There's always so much talent, and what does it take, you know, for an artist to really get on and to be able to succeed in the industry? So, what made you want to develop the Consortium? Because you've got like 300 million records, albums under your belt.
Yeah.
You could have just as easily just retired and said, okay, I'm cool.
Well, I was retired. I was at my home down in Florida and said, wait a minute, I got to give something back. And that's just the truth.
Okay.
And I wanted to do that because there is so much talent, and there is no structure presently in our city that feeds it in such a way that the world can find out about it. So I felt that if we were able to bring some talents together, create a structured way to inform, educate, orientate, whatever you want to call it, and give this insight to young people, then create a means by which that information gets to major production companies, the few record labels that exist, then maybe some young Al Greens and Isaac Hayes and Otis Reddings will come through this process and be meaningful situation that they can then pass it on to others. The whole goal with this is you got seasoned professionals that have had meaningful careers, and when they're gone, it's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
so we've just talked about it and said, look, why don't we do this? And the best place to do it is in Memphis, and I was excited if people felt that way. So we've organize it in a structured way. 22 North Front, the Chamber of Commerce has embraced this in Memphis. We've got a major event that's going to culminate with a music festival that'll happen in about 18 months.
Okay.
It'll be an annual event akin to what they call the Memphis music, the thing they have on Riverfront there, except the emphasis will be soul music. The emphasis will be melodies and songs and currently with the energy of today's, but the foundation of what makes standard songs happen.
Right.
Yeah.
What makes catalog value happen for talents. It's one thing to make a record, but it's another thing to have a meaningful career with it. And
Yeah, because that goes with you forever. You know, that's the money, that's a check you get for life.
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
And we want to give young people the insight about how we did that and how they can incorporate that in their creative
Yeah, because
process.
you guys think about how many times you stopped in a parking lot someplace, and the first thing somebody wants to know is, how do I get my song out there? You know, it's so many different ways, and you hear so many different things, and just to know that there's here in Memphis somebody that's you got an ear, and somebody to help groom and get you out there. That's a good look.
They can apply with the go to info@theconsortiummmt.org, and you get all the creative processes about it, and it's an exciting thing, Mike, and it's something that that we want to give back in a meaningful way.
Okay.
And not out of selfishness, because it's no charge.
All right, now I got to ask you because you're here.
Yeah.
Who do you hear out there now that you like? I mean, like when you hear them, is anybody like new out there that you're like, man, I really like that style?
The artists that's in the marketplace today, well, I'll be honest. I love product that Sade has done.
Okay.
I love some of what Beyonce has done.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige sampled me with "Someone to Love" Naked. I got a piece of that. You may or may not know that. I don't love it.
Okay.
But so I think for me to say artists that I really love, they really have to have some meat on their bones to have lasting staying power with it.
Okay.
Have you checked out Miguel?
I have, and he's
Yeah.
a good talent.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
Possibly, you think you may have some staying power there. See that staying, folks, that staying power. That's why you need to follow up on this. Staying power is a totally
He
different
may need
thing.
to take the relax out of his hair.
Right. You know, there's reality, and then there's real reality.
Right.
And time plays out. You know, it's a test of time. You know, time will tell you how that works out.
Yeah.
But you're listening right now, and you're like, man, that's what I've been wanting to hear, and that's what it's all about, and that's what they're doing over there. It's the Consortium, MMT. We're doing it Memphis style now, so it's your chance to kind of get that music heard and that grooming that you need and that lasting power to your stuff.
Exactly. The Consortium, MMT.org. We were talking about the R&B music. I do just want to ask this thing: does it seem that R&B music is slowly disappearing when we think of the artists who are having like widespread success without going pop, like Rihanna, like Beyonce?
You are so right on point. That is precisely the reason that I wanted to do this, because the need for meat on the bone, so to speak,
right,
with music that you can feel is being compromised in the fact that so much of what talent needs to do to make the music palatable in such a meaningful way
right,
is being lost. And I think that part of that comes from the fact that because of computers and technology and such, people got away from going deep inside of themselves for the core feeling, what resonates with others. And cats like from my school, that's all we had to go by.
Right.
And so to give that insight, I think could be a feeder for helping that to come
You
back.
just said that drum set, those 6 strings on that guitar, that bass,
Right.
the horns, man. You had to make it happen from that, man.
Plug up something.
Right.
And I also think a lot of times, like with these artists, what tends to happen is, they get signed based on how much money they can make right now. That they already have to be a finished product. So sometimes it seems as though these artists aren't getting that grooming that they need along the way, what it takes to become an artist, that staying power, that business savvy.
They're really not. They're really not. And it's scary.
Yeah.
Because the foundation of American music always, I just said, always has come from in soul music, come from a black foundation. And I want to be sure that the African American young kids that I'm able to touch have at least the insight from people like Maurice and Bootsy Collins and so many others that they can incorporate what they're doing currently to better give themselves a shot at lasting.
Right. Right. Well, I love and applaud what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
The Consortium, MMT.org.
Yeah, David Porter, we appreciate you stopping by. Hall of Fame songwriter and producer David Porter.
Thank
Billy.
you.
Thank you
Good
so
to
much.
see you.
Enjoyed it.